come out, the first thing we do is we open up the gate. So on our building, there's like a little gate over there, and we open it up, they come out, and then we start off by filling pools. So as you can see, we do have ducks in here. They love water. So we make sure that we get the pools flowing and their water bucket full. For some reason, they're not afraid of Kai, which is quite interesting. They're afraid of the other dogs, though. My name's Ashley, and I am the founder of Forever Able Dog Rescue and Rehab. Originally, we opened Forever Able out of Milton, Ontario, and we have been extremely successful and have a huge support system of volunteers, students. We also, have a lot of vets and vet techs that follow us and that want to help on a regular basis. We are always looking for help, whether that be to foster or just to volunteer time. I know I showed you a little glimpse of what it kind of looks like at the Forever Able hub in the nursery. So in my nursery program, where they kind of move through the stages. So you saw here that they were in the incubator. They were living the first kind of few weeks of their life in the incubator. Then they move out of that incubator and into like a smaller pen, heated. And then from there, once, they're stable and healthy enough, they would move into their foster home. So that's where we're looking for fosters. We're always looking for fosters. And we've kind of split Forever Able Dog Rescue and Rehab into two sections, which is the Milton location and the Mono location. So I should say Mono. I always say it wrong. The Mono location. So with the Mono location, that's where I live with my nursery, and then a lot of my fosters and everybody else lives in between. So you'll find that people live in Caledon, in Brampton, in Mississauga, Milton, Burlington, Oakville. Like, we've got volunteers all over. If you are interested in volunteering and helping, even making donations, I really urge you to go to the Forever Able, so that's like dog fur, FUREVERABLE.com. And you'll see that the website is actually split up into different sections. You can donate, you can foster, you can volunteer, you can see all the dogs that are up for adoption, and you can help a dog with special needs. So that's what the Forever Able Dog Rescue and Rehab is all about. The other portion of Forever Able Dog Rescue and Rehab is education. So educating, we've had a lot of vet techs come in and learn how to tube feed, take care of neonates, and, raise awareness about dogs with disabilities and special needs. So the puppy warmer is basically the heat comes down from the top. It's like infrared, and it actually has like a little sensor to make sure that it's the perfect temperature for them. And we also have oxygen concentrator for puppies that are struggling oxygen wise. Now, when you've got two larger size puppies like these ones, they poo and they pee a lot. So like, I'm doing laundry all the time. People always ask, oh, is there things that we can help buy to help? We have an Amazon wish list. So if you go to our website, which is Forever Able, so FUREVERABLE.com. You can go to the donate button, and then basically on that donate button, you'll see the Amazon wish list. And there's like stuff like paper towel, wipes, ear cleaners, stuff like that. And that's all because we literally need it all the time. Because every 2 hours is a lot of work cleaning. And the other thing people always ask me is, oh, Ashley, like, what happens if you get a sick puppy? Like, do you know? So I work with a number of different vets, but my mobile vet specifically has taken a large interest into neonatal care. She's helped us quite a bit, and she's taught me a lot of stuff. So for me, the most important thing right now is learning about, like, when something goes wrong with these babies, how can I help them, right? Because most of the babies that we get have cleft palate, cleft lip, swimmer syndrome, so they'll end up with literally like things such as aspiration pneumonia, so they'll need an antibiotic. So those are all things I can take care of here. Before, when I first started, because I didn't really know very much about medications and stuff, it was costing the rescue a lot of money. So I took it upon myself to learn. You know what I mean? Okay, so I have to run the water because before you feed these puppies every single time, you have to pee and poo them. So they do that when they're getting peed and pooed. Water's a little hot. I know. So this is actually like showing you, so you can see she has a cleft lip. So there's actually no defect in the top of her mouth. But that being said, she wouldn't have been able to suck from her mom. So what it is it's a very long and slow death. Because they can't eat, right? And then what I tend to do is I get it a little cooler, the water, and then I literally will flip them over and just wash their bum, especially if they pooed. She's got a little bit of a looser stool just because this is the 3rd day on formula. So usually at the 3rd day, it does tend to get a little looser, and you could see how she's pooping a lot. Now, just so you know, this bathroom is specifically used for puppies. So we do try to, like all of the, adult stuff and kids stuff, like brushing your teeth and all that stuff does not happen in here. I've had that question too. At my old house, it was, oh my God, it's your kid's bathroom. It's like, yeah, but they don't actually use it. They've given it over. Okay, so, and then I just take my small towel and I just pat her off on her bum. Make sure I check her over. See, she still even has her umbilical cord attached. Yeah. So her name's JoJo. She got a little poo on her hair, which is normal. They poop on each other and pee on each other all the time. So with her specifically, I'm trying not to, let me close this, sorry. This mirror gets squirted on all the time with formula. So I hate looking at it, it's just so gross. Okay, so we feed based on weight. But right now, because she has loose stool, you don't want to overfeed her. So what I do is I do small interval feedings. So I'll wrap her up and she's like, okay, I'm ready. I know what time it is. Stop making me wait. So they kind of just take in the tube there. Come on, girlfriend. There we go. And then as soon as it gets down, I always do this. I use the wall because I want to hold the tube into, Okay, honey. I want to hold the tube onto the syringe, ensure that it doesn't fly off and get me. Okay, honey. Okay. So when they're making noise as they eat, that's a good thing. That's telling you, okay, they're really happy with that. Okay. And then I pinch it and pull it. Then I drop it right in the hot water again. And then I'll burp her. So when she just spends some time just smelling me, sometimes if I'm just by myself, I'll sit here and pick out the poo out of their fur. People think I'm crazy. That's okay. So she likes that, right? Like that's... I know, honey. So then once she's done, I put her right back into the incubator, the clean incubator, because by now it's dried out, with a nice clean blanket. And I just close it and lock it. And there you go. Forever Able Dog Rescue and Rehab has come a very long way. And those are the two things that we really want people to know about. The other portion of the vision of working with animals in general with special needs and disabilities and giving them the opportunity to live and thrive is opening up the Forever Farm in Mono. I'm a firm believer of like things happen for a reason, and this was a hard pill to swallow, but Bessie was actually shot in the head. She's only 10 months old. And hi, Busy Girl. As you can see, she only has one ear. So I got her from, she's like, I don't know what's in his hands, and it's not a carrot. Come on. Hey, come. Oh, Kai. That's why she's unsure of Kai. What's wrong, honey? Kai, come. Kai, leave her. Out. She's like, I don't like him. Kai, come. Last thing you need is to get kicked by a horse. Get out. Out. Come. Good boy. Come. Come on, Bess. So she's just starting to trust the other animals on the farm, but it's not always easy for her. So basically what happened is that apparently, and I don't know if the story is 100% true, but she got shot in the head and left for dead. I guess there was a disagreement or something, and someone cut her ear off because that's the ear that would have her tag on. And she was kind of left for dead, and the coyotes and stuff tried to eat her. So that's why she's missing half an ear on the other side. And she's also got like the back of her legs. She's like, this is a lot of people, Mom. Basically, what it kind of comes down to with Bessie was just getting her better. Like when I received her, I adopted her from the Caledon, I think it's the Caledon Animal Services or the Caledon Humane Society. I'm not 100% sure what they would call it. She wants you to pet her. Yeah, she loves having her head pet. That's her favorite thing. And basically, like, she had the sores on her head, and they would just, like, have flowing pus out. It was actually horrible. It was the worst. So it took me a long while to get her to this point. She was a little head shy before, but now she's happy as pie. So, that's Bessie. But I'm very surprised that she's not eating her carrots. That's interesting. Huh? We gonna go feed the ponies then, Bess? You don't want one? Bessie! Come, baby. I know. She's like, I don't want them. You know, we are just starting out, therefore it is very new, and it's new to a lot of our volunteers, and it's new to a lot of people within the area. But basically what we're trying to do now is we're trying to give animals like Bessie, you know, like our chickens, like the pigs, Penny and Phoebe, like we're trying to give all of those animals an opportunity to live out their lives, and just, you know, they've been through something, whether that be a change of, you know, scenery to being injured or being mistreated, giving them the opportunity to live out a happy, thriving life on the farm while doing that, teaching people to be compassionate about animals, and, you know, to be good, loving people that, you know, care about the needs of others, even when it comes to an animal. So I think that that's the biggest piece of the puzzle for us, is just making sure that people understand that the farm is here, not only for the animals, but for the people to heal and to learn from. And that's kind of where the Forever Farm is. Now, we don't have a website for the Forever Farm yet, but we do, however, under the Forever Farm Canada on Facebook, you can follow us, and also on Instagram. But a lot of people are sending through donations just to go towards feed, you know, getting the barn up and running. As you see with the barn, like I said before, we bought this property. It was in really bad shape, and you can actually see the pictures of that on the Facebook page, which is quite interesting, the transformation. But a lot of people were saying, you know, Ashley, I know you're not ready yet, but I would love to make a donation, you know, to pay for Bessie's food, or I'd love to make a donation to pay towards Kevin's neuter. So that's when I said, okay, perfect. We'll come up with an account that you can send the money to, that will basically pay for those items out of. So it is the Forever Farm Canada @gmail.com, and people are EMTing us donations. We also have a GoFundMe too for the barn. So if you would like to make a donation on GoFundMe, you can find that also on our Instagram and our Facebook. But eventually we'll have a website. We're not there yet. But yeah, and if you know anybody that's looking for community service hours, or maybe they just want to learn about chickens, they want to learn about cows, they want to learn about ponies, they want to make a difference, let them know. They can email me on the same email that I just gave you for the donations, and we can set them up, just like you know, the volunteers that we have starting already. They love coming out, they love getting to, you know, help the animals, feed them, take care of them, clean up after them, and it's a win-win for everybody. So like I said, these two ponies, they came to us from a beautiful home. They had a great home life. Aiden, watch out for a minute so Pat can get a picture of them eating. And Wendy's blind in one eye. So we keep a fly shield on her usually, but if it's colder out and the flies aren't that bad, I like to take it off to give her eye some air. But they'll eat those carrots up and be very excited about it. But they came to us just because the lady wanted to downsize the amount of miniature ponies that she did have, and she wanted them to have a lot of attention and love. So she figured coming to the Forever Farm was a really good idea for them, because they'd get to be around kids and they'd get to be around people that, you know, want to be with them. So Do you guys want to go in there and grab the bowls? Because we're going to have to, so usually the bowls will blow around, but that helps us decide on feed. So Aiden, you want to open up and let Charlie can go in?
You want me to put the dogs away so you guys can... Number 2 is... No, there's 3.
There we go. And we're really comfortable with them around our volunteers just because they've been around really young kids in the past. So when it comes to these, like in regular ponies, as I'm told, aren't as well broken and they're not as great with people. But these two, the lady worked with them a lot and they just love people. You saw that she went in and even while they're eating their carrots, they're totally 100% fine.
They love people.
Nice. Wendy, come. No, you don't want me to clean your eye? Come.
Not while we're snacking.
No, I try to get the flies off of it every time I come. There we go. So we're going into where the pigs are,
And the
pigs and goats. And every single one of them has a different story. But like I said, I use these bowls. When you come into the pigs and the goats, they want to know, like, do you have food for me? Right? And they'll nibble and stuff like that. So my biggest thing is I always hold my hand out like this, and they know. So if you're comfortable enough to come in, or if you want to stand here, totally up to you. Jelly Bean. Hi guys. Back, Jones.
Hi, Kevin. Oh, you're so handsome.
Yeah.
These are all our babies.
So Aiden will tell you their names. Why don't you do that, Aiden?
So we have Jelly Bean. She's the mom of the goats. We got Penny. Not Penny. Phoebe. She's our first ever pig we got.
She was a house pig.
Yeah, we got Notorious P.I.G.
And Penny.
and Penny. And we got Kevin.
Kevin's from the Humane Society. Penny had extreme range, so she was unable to be used for breeding. And also she couldn't whelp because, like, so they couldn't breed her and they couldn't eat her. So they gave her to us. And she's amazing. I have pictures of me laying on her.
And those little yellow tags show where she was born, what date she was born, and what type of pig she is.
And they're coon coons. They're the sweetest thing.
And this is Kevin.
And how about the babies?
And then the babies. I don't know their names.
Reese and Lolly.
Reese and Lolly.
So we bought the mom goat. She is considered a meat goat. I went for a specific reason. I went because I wanted a guardian animal for the property, and they had llamas, but it didn't end up working out. It just wasn't a good fit. But as they were showing me around the farm, I met Jelly Bean, and I fell in love with her very fast. She's the sweetest thing I've ever met in my lifetime.
You can touch her horns and everything. And she won't do anything. The babies are the scared ones.
Yeah, her babies aren't as,
Well, no.
like, easygoing as she is. But they are literally the best like, she is the best goat I ever met, and I couldn't imagine her not being a part of our program. So Kevin's telling you, yes, this is not Jellybean's pen. Lolly, you're being naughty. So, here we go. And I just mix it up. And then I wait for the opportunity of time when half of it gets on the wall, half of it gets in there. But we tried opening the door to put it down. Oh my God. Like, it was the worst thing ever. Hey, Kevin. So yeah, that's kind of the farm life so far. It's nothing too spectacular, but they all have a story, right? And especially, I think the whole reason why they're here is to just have a safe space. And it's not a situation of, you know, people come and they get to pet the animals and stuff like that. That's not what it's all about. It's about learning and helping. And I feel like through helping, you really become, I don't know, like, it helps you inside when you're helping something that needs you, right?